What is going on, guys? It's me, Toasted Wang here, and this is not the FNAF movie video yet. Sorry for the delay. I had a couple of finals, but today I wanted to talk a little bit about a known figure named Clavicular. But to start, Looks Maxing came to light, I think like a couple of years ago. Became pretty big. I remember my siblings were mewing, and the Rizzler was dominating the scene, absolutely. And I kind of didn't realize that there were other types of looks maxing at the time, but now I do. Got into it a little bit myself. Penis maxing, just kidding. But that's where you will jelk. It's a technique where you're stretching your dick in order to kind of make it bigger. Does it work? I'm pretty sure it doesn't, because that just returns back to form. But that's something that Redditors and people of the likes can figure out for themselves. And as well, you had jaw maxing or mewing, where you'll pull your tongue up, and it's supposed to make you look a little bit more chiseled, you could say. And then you got the hunter eyes, trying to look like that fucker from that movie with the monsters. I'm not remembering. All of these practices, they're kind of with the goal to maximize your own visual value. And the newest in the scene is the one known as Clavicular. He's pretty open about his practices. He participates in bone smashing, kind of just beating your cheekbones in order to swell them up and make them more pronounced. And then he's also enhanced, you could say, injecting tests since he was 14 years old, which is insane, honestly. I can't imagine where he got that from, but I believe his parents were bodybuilders, so you could take your guess. Maybe they did it unknowingly, but on top of that, he also wears a lot of makeup, you could say. And then on top of that, probably the more, I guess, dangerous of his methods is meth. And he does this in order to kind of suppress his own appetite. Awesome. And potentially as well cocaine. But I don't think that was fully real. I think he's a strange individual. He collaborates with streamers and fitness influencers right now. I believe he's streaming on Kick. Just kind of trying to spread his message. He's been criticized and called out by the likes of Greg Doucette, with him giving in and making response video time after time in sort of an insecure manner. I myself am not the biggest fan of him to start because of the content. Looks maxing is an idea I believe is more often than not overdone. Yes, looks are important, however, it is like a stunning woman. If she had the personality of a cardboard box, satisfaction will not be found. Which calls into the question the actual value of looks maxing is. Don't get me wrong, beauty can get your foot in that door. And maybe in her box, but you can't blame a woman if your personality lacks any sort of substance and she suddenly finds herself repulsed. I kind of believe looks maxing at its best is monitored and practiced in doses. You can do a little bit of skincare, make sure that you exfoliate, and go to the gym, kind of get more fit. That will 100% boost the attention that you do receive, and maybe cut your hair. And these results that you can get are kind of worthwhile. It's like just doing the bare minimum, and it'll kind of improve a lot of it. You don't want to look like some incel. And that kind of brings me to, I think, what for me makes him the most, I guess, like least appealing is his own charisma. It's very lacking. Anytime it seems that he's interacting with an individual, he almost seems soulless in response, just dead-eyed and I guess just lame at the end of it. And even then he can show a little bit of personality with his more edgier tones. But even then, that doesn't take any sort of charismatic skill. As an individual, Clavicular doesn't seem shy from controversy. Most recently, it seems he injected a 17-year-old girl on stream with peptides. In order to help her facial structure. And I don't think that could have been a good idea. It kind of calls into question what he's willing to do. Sort of. Because I get he's spreading a certain message for clout to some degree. And I'm 100% chasing by doing this video. However, it's to an extreme that almost feels unnecessary, in my opinion. Like potentially influencing a younger generation with these kind of like lethal procedures and actions, I don't think is the best idea. And I kind of think it only further pushes insecurity and comparison in our world, kind of diminishing what we have if we have anything going for us. Yeah, I'm not the biggest looks maxer myself, but let me know your thoughts. I know there are diehard looks maxers who may feel this video is unneeded and might just hate towards it because at the end of the day, he is just an individual spreading some sort of a message, whether that be a strange one or not. But yeah, if you like this video, smash like, and I'll see y'all at FNAF 2.